No. I started to.
It's okay.
And then I was like, holy crap. Oh my gosh. What was that?
We were recording that.
Oh, gosh.
I did not mean to do that.
Good morning, everyone. There we go.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh my gosh. But yeah,
my
I just
goodness,
started
we're
it and I was
about
like,
to
I want to
start.
watch the old. This makes me just want to watch the old one.
Oh, yeah.
So I just watched the old one.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Nothing Really.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about today.
So much.
First off, no sippy cups.
Yeah, we have no drinks today.
Second, David, you said you had a beat of the week today.
I do.
Okay, what is it?
Look up the top note.
Okay, are you not going to say what it is?
You're gonna have to. I'll say it when it
Is that
when
it?
it plays. No.
Music.
Four Tables by Tears for Fears,
Okay.
which is a band that you've probably heard of, but you don't know you've heard of.
Am I going to click this and
Yeah.
something goofy's going to happen?
No.
Is that the guy? That guy looks like he's from the 1975.
He does. He's not.
Oh,
This is an 80s band.
okay. Why did you choose this song? We're waiting for an answer.
Because I found it last night. It's so good. It goes hard. Listen to that bass. And it's just like a long 2-minute intro. There's no
2
singing.
minutes. All right. Okay. Thank you, David, for bringing Beat of the Week.
Yeah. But if you look up Tears for Fears, you'll know like their top song.
Oh, really? What is
Yeah.
it?
It's I forget the name. I always forget.
Everybody wants to rule.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody wants to rule the
world. It goes like that.
Okay. Very cool. Next. Okay, so the next thing that we need to talk about,
I played that song last night for I played it 2 times in a row, and Abby was so annoyed.
we're going to start the podcast
This is so loud.
with our news report. My name's Joe Ennis. This is David Keeler.
Hello.
Nothing Really News. David, bring us today's news report.
Today in
Or sports news.
Yeah,
Sports.
Today in sports, last night, Thursday night football, a Browns player clobbered the Steelers quarterback in the head with the quarterback's own helmet.
Unbelievable.
It was insane. He ripped his helmet off and started clubbing him in the head with it. And then he got knocked down and punched and kicked down onto the ground.
That's crazy.
And everybody was bleeding and limbs were flying everywhere.
Limbs, you say?
Yeah.
Not
Arms.
loose limbs, but just arms were
Arms,
flailing.
legs, they were flailing. People were getting punched. The crowd was going crazy. The coaches were
Ecstatic.
they were ecstatic.
Yeah, he should be charged with assault, honestly. It was really, really bad.
It was insane.
All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in to this episode or to today's
Broadcast.
thing of Nothing Really Sports News. We're going to turn it back over to Joe and David.
Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Crazy sports news. That was a crazy thing.
Thank you, Joe and David,
Thank
for
you,
bringing
Joe and
us the
David, for
news.
bringing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we want to talk about.
We're going to be done in 10 minutes.
We got so much to get through. Next one. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. So the next thing, Disney Plus came out.
It came out.
What are
and
you most excited to watch on Disney Plus other than the new stuff?
The old stuff.
Like what old thing? Name one thing that you're really excited to watch. You're paying $7 a month. You might as well have something.
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. Revenge of the Sith. Probably already had that.
Yeah.
I think, well, here's what I was really excited to watch. I was really excited to watch House of Mouse, which,
I'm not
do you
excited to
remember
watch
House of Mouse?
Why would you watch House of Mouse?
Do you remember House of Mouse?
Barely.
House of Mouse was a show on the Disney Channel, and it was just Mickey Mouse, and he ran like a restaurant theater, remember? And they'd play like short cartoons, like animated shorts of like Mickey Mouse or the crew.
No, I don't
And they
know
do
this.
stuff. It was the best. House of Mouse. If you don't know what House of Mouse is, first off, look it up. It's amazing, but it's not on Disney Plus, so that sucks.
So it's not even on Disney Plus, but you're
That's the
excited
problem.
to watch it.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I was really excited to watch it, but they didn't even put it on,
No.
and it's the best.
Yeah. Well,
And it's
no.
literally core Disney. It's just Mickey and Donald and Goofy and all those people, and all of the like all of the Disney princesses and stuff were at the restaurant too, and they'd play like little clips of them doing stuff in between the short film things they do. It was so great. It was a great show. I loved House of Mouse.
I watched Mulan the other night.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Mushu.
Mulan in a long time.
It's great.
Mushu's not in the new one. The
What do you mean
new,
the new one?
live action one. they're
Oh,
making.
I don't care.
I did watch with my roommate the Muppets, but
Nice.
we watched the Muppets documentary mockumentary show.
Cool.
Have you seen
Nice.
that?
No.
It's like it's kind of like The Office or like
Right.
30 Rock, but
Yeah.
it's the Muppets, and it's amazing.
That's cool.
It's so good. So it's like Miss Piggy has like a late night show, and Kermit is like the stage manager and in charge of
Yeah.
the he's like the producer.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it. I
Oh.
would very much recommend it. It's just called The Muppets, and you'll know which one it is because it's got like the Office font.
That's
like
cool.
that-
Didn't it come out like 2 years ago?
something like that, I think.
Like
But
pretty
we've
new.
we've been watching it, and it's amazing.
Nice.
The Muppets are crazy. The fact that they're able to like emit so much
I know.
emotion,
You forget
like
that there's a puppeteer.
yeah, they like you always know what they're feeling, and it's incredible
Yeah.
how they're able to do that. I love
Big
Muppets,
fans of the
big
Muppets
fans.
here.
Big fans.
Nothing
Kermit,
really.
if you want to come on, more than willing.
More than welcome.
You're more than welcome.
More than willing.
And
I started Swiss Family Robertson.
you mean Swiss Family Robinson?
Yeah.
Swiss
One of those
Family
two.
Robertson.
Did you ever watch that movie?
I love that movie.
It's so cool.
Dude, it's the
They
coolest.
build the coolest tree
That's
house.
the dopest house ever.
Swiss Family Robinson.
Yeah.
Swiss Family Robertson.
No, Swiss Family Robinson. It's
Yeah.
a great show. I
Yeah.
love that tree
It's a
house.
movie.
It's the
But yeah.
dopest. Or movie, yeah.
The tiger.
The tiger.
And then the
they
battle
make
at the
trap.
end when they throw the
Yeah,
logs.
they throw the logs
down on the pirates.
Oh, so good,
Wow.
dude. What a great movie.
And then I also saw there was, is it 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Or 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I remember, I haven't seen that in forever.
I have
but-
never seen the movie. I read the book.
I remember liking the movie.
Okay, but then also, speaking of Star Wars, The Mandalorian is out.
It is out.
Big, like the face of
Yeah.
Disney Plus right now.
Yeah. And before we jump into that, one little fact 10 million users joined Disney Plus within the first day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Is that including the pre-order people? Or that's how many signed up
That's how
that
many
day?
signed up in 24 hours. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know. And another Disney fact, they've earned
David brought notes today.
$7 billion so far in 2019.
I believe you.
Which is more than any
Disney has like five.
studio
They have like
has
five.
made in a full year.
They have like $5 billion movies already this year or something.
Yeah. And
It's
they
crazy.
still have Star Wars coming out.
Yeah.
Tarsaur's coming out.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Okay, but anyways, speaking
That's
of
what you
Tarsans,
get if you're a spaceman and
Be-
you get soar. You get a star soar. Bring.
speaking of starters, and The Mandalorian is out, and we're gonna talk about it because we're big Star Wars boys. And we'll keep it spoiler free, I guess, or should we just we go into spoilers?
Yeah.
Screw this, we're going spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, we're spoiling it.
We're
And if
spoiling it.
if you don't want to hear the spoilers, click to this point in the video. Oh, video? Yes, we have a YouTube channel where you can watch us talk about this stuff if you want. It's kind of lame, but you should go watch it if you're listening to this. Anyways, let's talk about it. The Mandalorian. Let's first up, David, what is The Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian is a new kind of side series of Star Wars about a Mandalorian. Do
you
you
know
remember
what
Bubba Fett? Do you remember Jango Fett? Do you remember
Bubba?
the Fetts? Bubba?
Bubba Boy.
Bubba Booey?
I used to call him Bubba Fett, and then
Yeah.
I realized it was Boba.
Yeah, it's hard to not keep calling him that.
Yeah, Bubba is fun.
I know.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
It's Boba Fett.
Uh,
Django is 100 times cooler than Boba.
Yeah, I remember seeing Django for the
Always.
first time and just being like, "Oh my gosh, he's actually doing
so
stuff."
Cool. Yeah.
Like Boba was always cool.
Bubba was always just sitting there.
Do they have Boba Fett tea? Boba tea?
Probably. Yeah, no, I've already thought about that. Everyone's past that. So Bubba and Django are both Mandalorians. There also happen to be bounty hunters. Not all Mandalorians are bounty hunters, but a lot of them, I guess, are.
Because they're so good.
Because they're so good, and they don't take out off their helmets, and they have a very what's the word I'm looking for?
Religious?
No, a very known helmet.
Right. It's a
Legendary.
Shoot, I forget the word.
You know
too.
what I'm talking about? You know the word? It's a very it really hurts.
Recognizable.
Sure, they have a very recognizable helmet.
Yeah.
And so this show is following a Mandalorian bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And
Let's jump into it.
let's just jump into it. We're getting into spoilers. We've seen the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, those are out.
Okay,
right now.
so first episode. Let's start. What were your thoughts when you... Okay,
I have notes.
before going into the first episode,
Okay.
when you knew The Mandalorian was coming out, were you excited? Were you not excited? What were your thoughts?
I was very excited.
Okay.
I was excited to finally have a really good-looking, well-done Star Wars live-action show because all the other shows are like animated and for kids, and this
Right.
one looked really good.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of me. I probably wasn't as excited as you because I was nervous.
So excited.
I was just nervous. I wanted to be really excited. I was just nervous that it was going to be bad. And I needed to remember it was a TV show. And I don't know what about a TV show. I just knew it would be like lower budget, I guess, or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyways. Okay, so first episode, you watched it. Thoughts?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my first thought. My first thought is good.
My first thought was, here's my first thought watching the first episode.
Yeah.
That fish guy looks terrible.
Yeah, he sucked.
He looked horrible.
And he had a perfectly American accent, which stuck out like
Horrible.
a sore thumb.
And his makeup was so bad.
It was really bad. But
Immediately I was like, oh no.
one of the best parts of that episode was with him.
Yeah, it
So
was.
It's when
Yeah.
he is looking through all of the... what's the...
The Mando's carbonate. Carbonate.
Really?
Yeah, carbonite is something else, I think. Frozen in carbonite?
I'm sad that I keep forgetting what that word is.
Frozen in wait.
Carbonite.
Star
Carbonite.
Wars carbonite?
We're fake fans. This is embarrassing. Carbonite. Yeah.
Oh, it is carbonite. I thought it was carbonate. Carbonite.
You're the fake fan. And so he's looking through, and there are all these like carbonite frozen boys, and
And girls.
it just cuts to him being frozen and like pushed in, right?
Yeah, he's like, I don't
really
think
cool.
I'm going to be with my family this Christmas or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, nope. And he like pushes him in. And that was dope.
Yeah.
And right then was when I started being like, okay,
Yeah.
this dude's cool.
That was cool.
Because before that, let me say, the first episode hits so many Western
Yeah.
tropes.
Which I love.
I don't know if I did.
I loved most of them.
I was like,
There was one that I did not love, and I wrote that down. I was
Okay.
like, this is weird.
before you get to that, the first, like, he walks into the bar all quiet.
It's great.
And immediately they're like, hey! Hey, you! Hey, idiot! They try to fight him. Of course, they lose.
You made me
He-
spill my
he-
drink.
Yeah, you made me spill my drink.
He gets shot at in his armor, and then he shoots the door that
Yeah, that
the
was
guy's in
kinda
between,
cool.
and he cuts him in half.
He even, like, pulls it out like a cowboy. He's like, pew! Anyways, I thought that was, like, whatever. Like, okay. Like, fine. Whatever. Yeah, that's a Western. Anyway. So then, I didn't mean to turn that,
That was
down
really
so
low.
far.
Yeah.
So he does that. He flies away. He goes and meets.
Ooh.
I thought the Moff guy that he talks to with all the stormtroopers was cool.
Yeah, that guy's cool. He has a cool voice.
I thought that was, yeah, I really like his voice. And then I thought the Another cool scene was when he goes to like the hideout of the Mandalorians.
The shoulder forge.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering, I think as he does missions
That
or
was cool.
something, I'm hoping, which it doesn't seem like it, but I was wondering if as he gets like Beskar, if his armor will just continue to upgrade
That'd be cool.
as he goes. And the
Yeah.
first piece was just that. So like eventually he'll get a new breastplate instead of that
Yeah.
crap brown thing.
Do you know the significance of that?
A Beskar?
Of the armor piece, the shoulder piece?
Not specifically the shoulder piece.
Because it was like a credit that they melted down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know how he got it. It was
like
the
why?
Beskar.
Yeah, but like why was that?
I just don't know. I don't know why he chose the shoulder.
Right. Yeah.
But
Maybe that's all they could
Beskar is what he was paid in, and Beskar is an ancient metal that the Mandalorians used for their armor back in the day.
Okay.
And so he melted it down and made
Got it.
that. So I'm wondering if, and the guy that gave it to him was like, I've got a ton of Beskar,
Okay. That
and
makes
I'll
sense
give
now.
it to you if you finish the job.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm hoping that he'll get more Beskar, and as he continues, he'll get like cooler armor.
he goes back to the shoulder forge.
And yeah, and then hopefully, honestly, I'm gonna say this real quick. Side note: it's kind of bugging me that he doesn't have an antenna.
Yeah.
because it's actually practical. It comes down and they use it as like a telescope thing.
He has his
or
gun.
like a scanner.
He has his scope.
I know, but it's still annoying.
Yeah.
I
his
think it
gun
looks
is
like
cool.
off.
His gun is
His
very
gun.
cool.
Oh my goodness.
His rifle.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But anyways,
Yeah.
okay, so let's get to so then they go to like a weird western planet.
Well, before they go there, you see Salacious Crumb's cousin
yes.
being fried on a pit.
yeah, that was
It's
pretty
great.
good. That was great. That was great. I
great.
really liked that.
And then a puppet
And
version.
then a puppet version that didn't look good,
Looked
but that's
bad.
fine. I didn't care. But then he flies to a planet because he gets told to find something that's 50 years old, and that's all he knows. It's 50 years old, and he has to bring it back dead or alive. And he goes to this old man who teaches him how to ride a fat horse.
This is the part that I was like, this is
I
weird.
didn't like that at
I didn't
all.
like that. The horse training session.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this old man is like somehow really close to him, and he just goes, "You're a Mandalorian," and it gets like all emotional, and he's like, "Whoa!" And he like calms this dumb thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at
Yeah,
all. I was
I
like,
know.
that was weird.
Too much time on the training of like
Way
riding
too much time.
a giant tick.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what I had to say about that. And then also one more thing.
yes.
You live in a universe where you can build spaceships and a Death Star and droids and all this other cool technology, lightsabers, but you can't get a like telescope scanner to not be so glitchy. You can't have a clear picture.
Yeah, it's kind of true. It is kind of true. They're all like. It's kind of You're not wrong about that one.
They're working with some sketchy technology.
Okay, so then towards the end of the episode, he goes to this hideout. He sees a droid named IG-88, which has not actually been announced as his name yet, I don't think, or whatever, or was his name, I guess. And played by Taika Waititi.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which is cool. And they do this battle, and the battle's kind of lame. It's a lot of hide, pew, hide, and like it didn't feel like if that was Django,
didn't feel like a Star
Django
Wars
would have jumped
battle.
out, jumped off like the thing in front of him, flew in the air with his jetpack, shot everyone around him,
Yeah.
and then like flamed a few people, roped someone off a building, and this guy just like kind of hit and
He has
shot.
less stuff, which makes
He's
it
got less.
tougher for him, which is good, but also less exciting to watch.
IG-88 was cool. He was like spinning
Yeah,
around. He
that
was
was
doing all
cool.
that stuff. And then it was like this super. They did this thing with like this Gatling gun thing. He's like, "Cover me!" And he runs out and it gets super like dramatic. And he just like jumps on this thing and spins around for a second. And I was like, all right, that was.
Yeah. It was
If
okay.
that was what's so crazy in this episode, that was kind of lame.
Yeah.
And then the biggest part of the episode is
biggest
the
part.
end.
Baby Yoda.
A little baby Yoda species thing. And that's another trope that I don't want.
But it can't be Yoda.
It's not Yoda.
Yeah.
It's just his race
Right.
or his species. But
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't like Yoda?
No,
Baby
I don't
Yoda?
want a baby. I feel like we get these all the time where they're like, I have a mission to do and I'm the bad boy. And then they get a baby and they're like, oh, this baby's changing me. And then like he's not going to give it up. And the rest of the season, he's going to protect little baby Yoda the whole time.
And then he stops killing as many people.
God! It's I'm praying because the second episode came out today, and before we get into that one, it was kind of, honestly, in my opinion, just a big filler episode that was not needed at all, except for one little tiny thing that they could have put in another place somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping that turns out the baby Yoda was what he was after. It's 50 years old and he's got to turn it into these Imperials or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping that he just turns it in. I don't
like really quickly.
Like he's just like, here's the baby you wanted, and then maybe he like hears about what they're gonna do with the baby, and then he tries to go back and save it through the whole episode.
Yeah.
But if the baby just stays with him the whole time, I'm gonna get so annoyed.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boring plot if that's the case. Which the show is very fun to watch. I love that we have it. It's super cool, but also it's so far we're only 2 episodes in, but still there's not a lot of plot.
Not a lot at all. But I was kind of happy about that a little bit. I was like, yo, maybe we'll just see him do like a bunch of cool mission things and be cool, and I was fine with that.
Yeah,
because like that's kind of, bounty hunters don't really have like a big plot.
You don't need,
they have to be behind.
Yeah.
But so far, it's just he saved a baby and now he's connecting with it. It's so boring. And then the second episode, we can fly through the second episode. Second episode, he takes the baby, starts walking back. He literally disintegrates some Jawas.
I loved the Jawas. That was great.
Whoops these Jawas.
Well,
and like,
he kills some of them.
He kills some of them and then
jumps on their big droid.
Rolling arc.
Yeah, arc, whatever. Finally gets up there. He
buzz
struggles, and then he gets up there with his gun, and then there are like 15 of them with their tasers pointed at him.
And they all shock him off the side.
That was really funny.
That was really goofy, and I liked that. And then like he's sad, and they rip his ship apart, and then he goes back to the old man that taught him how to ride a horse. And then
I've only read the stories.
I have spoken. I like that.
Nick Nolte's great.
I have spoken.
He has a cool voice.
And then so he goes back to that guy. They ride a horse for a little bit, back to the Jawas, and then the Jawas tell him to get an egg. Not really sure why, but he's like, all right, fine, I'll get you this egg.
Oh yeah, the payoff for the egg was so weird.
Yeah, he goes and fights this big rhino. And this is probably the most important part.
Yes, this is.
So he's about to die to this big rhino.
He's just sitting there with his knife. He's like
got a knife and
I'm
he's
gonna
just
die.
Ready to die. Jango and Boba would never. And little baby Yoda extends his small hand and uses the Force and stops the big rhino. And then the Mandalorian, Mando is what I've been calling him, just like stabs him in the side, and somehow that tiny dagger was enough to kill this massive rhino.
I was confused.
And I was like, okay, whatever. He just like barely pokes him.
Shunk.
Maybe hit a vein or something.
Maybe Yoda was force choking him at the same time.
Maybe, and you just didn't know.
So he's evil Yoda.
That'd be dope.
Evil baby
Dark
Yoda. Yes, we're on board for the baby now. It's a Sith Lord.
But then they get this egg, they give it to the Jawas, who immediately crack it open, and it's full of cheese.
No, it's yolk.
I know. It just looks like Cheese Whiz, but it's just like a ton of yolk, and they eat a ton of it.
Slurp it up,
and then and then he just flies away.
Yeah. Like, why did the Jawas? They're like, oh, there's a great big egg.
There's
and
a big egg, and we love egg. We want to eat. We're
eggs.
Hungry. God,
And how did they find?
I hope it's
what a
good.
weird life as a Jawa.
Also, this is the last thing I'll say about the Mandalorian that's kind of bugging me. Does it not feel to you, and maybe it's just me, but it feels to me this way very much. Every time I see him walking around, it looks like his costume when he put it on, they were like, all right, you can't run in this or it'll like fall off or break. Just watch it next time. How he walks is like they were like
uncomfortable.
He looks uncomfortable. Like it wasn't made for him.
Weird.
Or like it was made by someone else and given him. And it's just like every time I watch it, I just can't stop thinking like they told him like you can't run in this version of the suit. Like there's gonna be other scenes where we'll give you another costume you can, but like everything looks a little looser than it was on like Jango and Boba.
Yeah.
And it bugs me every time I
funny.
see it. Every
It
time
can't
he's
be
walking.
It can't be as bad as Captain Marvel. Remember her trying to run in her suit and she's like,
No, I didn't see that.
She
I
runs
mean, I
really
saw
weird.
Captain Marvel, but I don't remember.
It was
that.
so funny.
But yeah, maybe I'll show it to you after this. But like every time, it just something looks off about how he walks around.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wow.
Mandalorian's still going. We'll probably cover it every week. I think, is it every Monday and Friday, or is it every Friday? Because like Monday had an episode. They have a schedule? Yeah. Okay. You know, hopefully it'll get better. And, we'll cover it every week. So get ready for your Mandalorian update every single week coming at you from Nothing Really. David is fixing the camera. What you doing? You fix it?
Yeah, it's so warm in here.
It is really warm. You want to turn the heat off? Eric pumps the heat.
Oh, I'm just turning everything off.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Turn it off. Okay. Okay. What time are we at? Okay. Speaking of Star Wars, remember Death Stranding, that game I was playing last week? I thought I was at the end. Turns out I'm like halfway through. So I played till like 2 a.m. last night trying to finish it, and it never finished. Because another Star Wars game came out today with another actor in it who played the Joker in Gotham.
Mark Hamill?
No.
Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, Luke Skywalker is... No, but it's it's kind of very interesting, but I'm excited to play it. It's a new
That'd be
game.
funny.
He
They're
plays
like-
Jedi Boy.
Wait, what is it? Oh, it's a game.
It's a new
Gotcha.
game. It's called Jedi Fallen Order. I'm really excited to play it. I
Gotcha.
pre-ordered it. I got to go pick it up.
You should have a video game podcast.
I know. I really should. I should have a lot. Anyways, next thing. Okay. So finally, well, do you have anything else?
I started a new podcast. I wanted to listen to a history podcast, but
Did you start one or you
no.
like
I'm listening
listening
to
to
one. I
one?
started listening.
I
to
started
one.
a new podcast. I was like, I'm sorry. Why am I not involved?
No, I wanted to have all of my podcasts I listen to are usually like comedy or movies, and so I wanted a history one. And have you ever listened to What You Missed in History Class?
No.
It's kind of boring, so it's hard for me to listen to. And then I found one by these two comedy writers who talk about Greek mythology, and I was like, that's
Wow.
exciting. I will listen to that. And so it's been great, and
Interesting.
I've learned more than I remembered, because I learned about it. I was homeschooled for like 2 years, and so that was like all I learned those 2 years. and then so I remember stuff, but then there's more as an adult that you learn that it's like, oh.
I remembered stuff, but then there's more.
Well, I didn't know that that Kronos, he got his balls chopped off and thrown.
Kronos or Kratos?
Kronos. He got his
Okay.
balls chopped off and thrown into the sea, and then the semen created sea foam, and then out of the sea foam rose Aphrodite, goddess
Wow.
of beauty.
Very fascinating.
Yeah. So it's pretty.
Thank you, David, for your Greek mythology fact of the week.
pretty-
We'll be coming to you weekly with those.
Oh, good. I'll have them.
Yeah, you
I'll be
have
ready.
to have a new one every week.
All right.
Okay. And finally, I think we want to talk about. So this podcast is coming out on Monday, and today is Friday, and
tomorrow is
tomorrow's
Saturday.
But David,
And tomorrow after that is Sunday.
okay, but David, what else is happening tomorrow, Saturday?
I am getting engaged.
What?
Okay.
That's a big one. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. I'm very
Hopefully by Monday everything is gone as planned.
Hopefully she says yes.
Yes. We're really excited. David, tell everyone how's it going down?
How's it going down?
Oh, by the way, not sure if you guys know, his fiance is going to be Abby, who was on last week's episode.
Yeah. I met her last week on the Nothing Really, and I just
Woo!
fell in love with her, and now I'm
Real
asking
quick.
her to marry me.
Crazy times. Anyways,
1 week.
tell us.
The power. That's the power of Nothing Really. All right.
Tell us what's going down.
Yeah, so we're going to go to, all she knows now is that we're going to go to an apple orchard. But then it's like an hour north near mountainous areas. And right across the road is a winery. So the fields and the orchard aren't even open, so it's just the market. So we'll go there, and then I'll be like, look at that. There's a winery up there. Let's go check it out. And then we'll go over there and then walk around the vines and up the hill and to the left. And then, boom, there's going to be a beautiful picnic already there.
Wow.
Charcuterie boards, the whole deal.
We're all praying that it's over 40 degrees
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We are. Everyone pray.
Yeah.
Well, it's too late. Retroactively pray. Maybe that'll...
Do you have like heaters?
Huh?
You could bring like a heater,
Heater.
like a big space
could-
heater.
There's just a long, like, extension cord everywhere we walk. It's like 300 feet long.
You follow the extension cord. You're like, let's find out where this leads.
Oh, it's a heater.
Oh,
with
a heater
a picnic.
and a picnic.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of food, and it's going to look beautiful, and she'll be like, oh my gosh. And then by that point, she'll clue in, and we'll go over there, and then maybe I'll have the ring already, like, with that stuff. Maybe not have it on my person. I don't know.
I like that idea.
That it's already there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like that idea.
I have to put more trust in my helpers, but
Yeah, that's.
don't lose
I'm a little disappointed that I was not asked to help. All I'm doing is holding the food.
Joe's doing a very great job.
Yeah, that's
And
facts.
something-
Abby, you're eating tomorrow because of me.
I wouldn't
or
be
you
able to
ate
do
on
this
Saturday
without
because
you.
of me, I guess is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It kind of, it's been so crazy to plan.
yeah.
Yeah. Because we're also surprising Abby. I'm also surprising Abby with her parents coming up.
Oh, wow.
They're going to be here. So a lot to not tell her until the time
Wow.
time is
Crazy
right.
times.
Yeah. So, yeah. When you texted yesterday about the Friendsgiving thing, and you're like, is this a surprise? I was like, no. Too much surprises
way.
going
Nope.
on right now.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, we're all
excited.
really happy for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy for you. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
You guys have fought hard
Yes.
over long distances. Is there anything you want to say to Abby before or now that she's going to be listening to this probably?
Abby, thank you for saying yes. Hopefully. So much pressure.
Pressure's building.
We come back the week after. So we have some
So,
horrible news.
No, it's just me. I'm like, David is not here this week.
Yeah, I'm not here.
He's taking a week off. He went on vacation.
Oh,
David
God.
had to go to the beach.
His tickets were non-refundable.
Yeah. Anything you want to tell Abby?
Abby, I love you. And
Oh.
I'm very excited for this next year, planning our wedding and marrying you and living life with you. I'm very excited.
Aw, that's so cute. And Abby, I'm very excited to be your bridesmaid.
I thought you were going to be like, I'm excited to live life with you too.
Well, I am.
Well, yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Right. Just
Like,
less
you're not
close.
just leaving me in the dust. You're not
no.
getting away from me that easy.
Also-
you two.
I will say it right now. I do not want to be that couple that disappears. I feel like every couple disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I will try to not be that.
Half my friends are like, I'm getting married and I'm moving to Utah. And I'm like, what? I'm like, why? All your friends are here. And
Yeah.
then they get to Utah and they're like, this blows. Nothing in Utah.
Nothing in Utah.
Actually, apparently Utah is very nice. Post Malone lives in Utah. You know that?
Oh, yeah. He moved away.
He moved. He has a very nice house in Utah. Don't ask why I know that. I do.
I'm sure
And
he has a
apparently,
nice house.
I mean, he really likes it. He chills in Utah in the mountains and hangs out
That's cool.
with the locals.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Doing what he wants.
Doing what he wants.
All right, enough. Okay, well, I
Been a
think
good time.
it's been a good time. Full episode. We got Mandalorian updates coming at you. We got Greek mythology updates coming, or facts. Facts. These are Greek
Mythology
facts.
yeah.
That's kind
Stay
of
tuned.
doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Mythology facts. And we got what was the other one?
Sports
Sports
news.
news.
And
Crazy.
the beat of the week.
And a beat. Oh my god.
We have so many segments now.
This is the best episode yet. We're so on top of things. Okay, well, David, let's get out of here. What
right.
you got going?
I have my business at davidkeelermedia.com and newly launched KeelerWeddings.com. Abby and I are starting to we teamed up. So we're going to be shooting weddings, video and photo. So if you know anyone, let us know.
Super awesome. And I have new pants coming in.
Cool.
On Tuesday. So really excited. As I was preparing for this one, I ripped my pants, which is why my legs are crossed right now. If you want to start a podcast or you need help marketing your already pre-existing podcast, go to podcastbyjoe.com and I can talk to you. All right, people, this has been another episode. Goodbye.